Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is Boomba right here on your Boom Radio and G. My name is Ola Dolupo, and I bid you a warm welcome to the bar this wonderful afternoon. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's the last week of the month of February. As people these days, it seems like these years are just flying. When did we say Happy New Year? And all of a sudden it is the last week of the second month already. Anyway, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to be talking about a lot of things today. A lot of updates from things that we spoke about last weekend. We're going to be talking about it right here at the bar today. We're also going to be picking up on news stories of happenings around Nigeria and around the world. So sit back, relax, and enjoy today's show. Like I said, my name is Ola Dolupo, and with me in the studio is Sola Rogers.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the bar.
Okay. So we're going right into it. One of the major things that we spoke about last weekend was really about the Osun State local government elections, and that actually did a lot. There were quite a number of issues that particular incident. I think it started from the appeal court judgment, and then people resuming and the ones not resuming, and then that literally led to a bloodbath. A few days after, I think it was the day after the court judgment, about 6 people were confirmed dead, and all that drama and shenanigans happened in Osun State. Then the governor had said nobody should leave nobody should go to the local government offices. The APC people did not agree. Then there was a talk from the Attorney General saying that there was no need for an election anymore because the election was supposed to be on Saturday, since the seats are no longer vacant, and the governor said he was going to go ahead, and there were elections on Saturday. This is just a brief timeline of what happened. And there were elections on Saturday. There was some, I think, inauguration yesterday where I think that even the governor of Oyo State attended, and then today they were giving out certificates of return. But in between that, my 1 minute recap, there's a lot in between that needs to be unpacked. I think as at Friday, we stopped at the point where whether there were going to be elections on Saturday or not. However, according to reports, were there really that kind of elections?
Is there any like kind of election? There's either election or no election.
Were there really elections?
Exactly. So let's stick with with very simple English. It's interesting what's happening in Osun State. This is our democracy. This is how we practice it. We're getting better at it. Things are improving, and of course there will be the back and forth until we achieve, the ultimate system that will bring governance to the people. The governor of Osun State is well within his rights as a governor and within the law of the land to conduct local government elections. He's empowered by law to do that. But it's like saying that a chef is employed to cook. We all know that for a fact. What we need to know is, what are the ingredients and will you cook well? And as Governor Ademola Adeleke cooked well, or is he cooking well? So what are the ingredients? Are they injurious? Are they nourishing? Are they well balanced? In my opinion, no, they're not. For instance, Governor Ademola Adeleke needs to explain to the rest of the world how his own political aide became the chairman of the State Electoral Commission.
Oh.
One moment. When asked on TV if he was a card-carrying member of the PDP, he said no, that he had resigned. He had resigned from the PDP.
Yeah.
When did you resign? September 2024. Interesting. But he was appointed in 2023.
You people do too much. You people are just looking for trouble where there's none.
Nigerian politicians, they need to learn how to do this thing better. Everybody plays this game, but I think there's something wrong with that, because that already speaks, to what we've said here. And it's not just the PDP that's guilty of this crime. For as long as you allow governors to conduct local government elections, they'll be doing this kind of shenanigans.
Yeah.
Because they want to perpetuate themselves and their people in power. Especially now that there's more money coming to the local government. Who wants to let that go to the opposition? They will now use that to campaign against you. No way. So for Governor Adeleke, he might have tried, to do this, but I think he has made a few mistakes, and I hope that he can remedy them.
Okay, so
within the confines of the law.
With what you said now, there are quite a number of things that I think that needs clarification. Number one, what happens to the APC members? So, okay, before we even go to what happens, so after the elections, the governor had put out an order basically saying that these newly elected people should not go to the House of Assembly. Should not go to the local government secretariats. What's the point of
why the rush?
Winning an election? No, my own is, what's the point of winning an election if I cannot go to the office that I'm supposed to be elected into?
Yeah, so I said, why the rush?
That's
why the
one.
Rush in organizing an election, then inaugurating? There's a rush in inaugurating, there's a rush, and then...
And speaking of inauguration, I was going to ask, I don't know if it is it is in Nigeria's constitution. This is me just being genuine. I remember and I saw the report of the inauguration of these local government chairmen. Like I said, even the governor of Oyo State had attended. In fact, I think he threw 1 or 2 jabs at the APC. That's the governor of Oyo State. However, today I saw another report that says that the INEC is just presenting certificate of return to the people that have already been inaugurated. Don't you get certificate of return before you get inaugurated? I don't know. Is it me?
Well, Yoruba people say "Suno sigi sugi," basically means do this or do that. At the end of the day, you did something. So at least you cannot fault them that they have not been active and they've not been doing things. So the way I see it, is that there's this smirks of a lot of desperation on the part of the PDP. It also smirks of a lot of political, mad on the part of the APC too. But they have to play by the rules, no matter whatever level of exposures or desperation that you think you have or you want to bring on. You need to play by the rules, because will this election stand in the law court?
Will it? Very, very important question at this point.
Especially when the Attorney General, and I know that Governor Makinde of Oyo State is a very smart man. So what he has done is what politicians always do. They always preempt your next move so that they can hide under the banner of oppression and federal might and blah, blah, black sheep. You get? So at the end of the day, there's a whole lot of talk of, we talked about it. Now they want to use federal might. No, it's not federal might. Why is the State Electoral Commission chairman a card-carrying member of the ruling party?
Of the ruling party, yeah.
Why is he a card-carrying member of the ruling party?
Why? I would have even thought before this election is done, if the original case that there's the back and forth over, if it's still going to Supreme Court, why not wait for it to get to Supreme Court and have a final judgment? Then
you can now actually have a proper election. And
what are we doing?
And you'd have knocked out the APC completely.
Do you understand? Like, why do we have so much? Why do we seem to? Or no, let me say we, Nigerian governors. Because this is very, very common with Nigerian governors. Why is it that Nigerian governors seem to relish so much in illegality? There's so much, there's and I know, yes, before people say, yeah, there is a lot of money in the local government, but even with the Supreme Court judgment, it seems like they are holding on to this local government money or chairman or whatever with their lives, like as if their lives depend on it.
Maybe it does.
The worst part is that
maybe it does.
Be it 4 years, be it 8 years, you're going to leave
at some point.
So, what are you doing?
You know, so in essence, you know, there's a lot of problems that the Osun State governor has created for himself and his party, because there is no way the Attorney General of the Federation will just go quietly and go and sit down in a corner and say, we told them that the law does not allow them to conduct the election, and they went ahead to conduct it. You get, and these are the issues. If you're really concerned about governance, you also try to be on the right side of the law all the time, not just sometimes when it favors you, but all the time. And on this one, I don't think he's done it the right way. Look at the way Simfubara did his own. He was within the law, you know, and he played his card right, you know, and he did, because the local government elections are standing. And the people who won, you know, they came from another party, not from the PDP, not from the APC, you know.
I think that oneself is still shaking, no?
But at least they are there. And there's no talk of him bringing a party member as a chairman of the Electoral Commission.
No, yeah, but what I'm saying, that everybody seems to have their own issues.
The Attorney General did not say don't conduct the elections.
No, yeah, they were not supposed to conduct elections too.
The Attorney General said they shouldn't conduct the elections.
I know there was something back and
forth. There were some issues there. Yeah, they do have some issues. Whatever it is, at the end of the day, politicians, you know, will be politicians. They'll play their game. But I just see that Governor Ademola Adeleke, you know, might not be in a good position with this. But let's see how he's going to
wiggle out of this.
Dance out of this. And I mean that literally.
Anyway, moving on from that quickly, just wanted to so basically the Ondo State governor, they don't have a new one. He's just been sworn in for the second time.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, actually forgot that they had not done the swearing in.
Yeah, 2 months after our election.
Completely forgot. When I saw this man, I'm like, oh, okay, that's true. That had not happened. That's true. There were elections there actually. Anyway, so Lucky Aiyedatiwa has now been sworn in for the second time as governor, and the politicking can start. At least people know now for a fact that he can't come back again. So we can start looking for who's going to come after him. Anyway, moving on from that, just wanted to put this out there.
Yeah, but before she moves away from that inauguration, big shout out to the governor. He pardoned about 43 inmates.
Oh yeah, he did.
You know, this is symbolic. And again, we always advocate for the decongesting of Nigerian prisons, saying that virtually every prison in Nigeria is overpopulated. And one of the major problems they have is the fact that the cases are not being processed as fast as they should be by the judiciary. So people at times end up spending longer than they would have spent even if they had committed a crime and they were sentenced for that crime. You know, if your maximum sentence was going to be 3 years, some people have spent 4 years and beyond. I agree. Shout out to him for pulling that off. Funny enough, it seemed a little bit low key. Only one governor was there.
Yeah.
The state party president, the federal party president was there. Governor of Lagos was there. Of course, Olubunmi Jojo, who hails from Ondo, was there with some other dignitaries. But what's important is on a day like this, I'm hoping that I saw pictures of him at the shoreline of Ondo 2 days ago, where he went for some inspection. You know, talking about boosting tourism, and you know the beauty of it is the Lagos-Calabar road. The former governor who died, Aketi, was actually planning to connect Ondo to Lagos. You know, on that coastal line, yeah, because it's actually very short to get to Lagos from Ondo. But now with the federal government doing that, I think the Ondo state is looking to tap into, you know, resources when it comes to tourism. I hope that 4 years of this guy would be more about governance, and because he really doesn't have any serious politics to play now.
He doesn't anymore. He really doesn't. Now moving on from that, talking about that, the roads. President Tinubu over the weekend, represented by the governor of Ogun State, has now flagged off the. I don't know. I don't phase 2 because I know what people are saying reconstruction. They're not reconstructing. Please see. Anytime I see that thing, I've seen a lot of headlines call it reconstruction, and it's giving me PTSD.
Yeah, because we can't have them.
We're not reconstructing Lagos-Ibadan again.
Not in this lifetime.
We're not.
Hopefully, never again.
We're not. Let's know what we're doing.
We don't know how long the road is built to last.
Let's use proper English. Thank you.
Yeah. So the beauty of it is that it's basically phase 2 of the Lagos-Ibadan. This is Nigeria's busiest artery when it comes to road transportation, and one of the major things that I like about it is the construction of 2. They call them they're more or less 2 bridges, like U-turn bridges and everything. One by that MFM end, and the other one by Makon City. Now Makon City is going to futuristically is going to be a busy place. Like Ogun State is building estates there, so some private estates coming, and it's before Sagamu. But the best part for me, beyond those 2 bridges, is the construction of 5 pedestrian bridges.
Yeah, it's
it's going to be at busy parts
places.
Of that road.
So there's Arepo, there's Magboro, there's Nasfat, there's Deeper Life, and at the Redemption Camp as well. I'm guessing the express is really not as busy on the Sagamu down to Ibadan side.
It's not as busy. Populated.
It's not as populated.
But they already have bridges existing there.
Yeah, they're not pedestrian bridges.
There's a pedestrian sidewalk on those bridges.
Anyway, so also there are going to be also underpasses. There are 3 underpasses on that as well at Kara, Wawa, Magboro, and Arepo as well. So basically, there's also going to be a construction of the 60 kilometers remaining portion of the Sagamu-Benin Expressway from Sagamu Interchange to Itele. Basically, so all this they're doing now is the rest of the road that they had not finished.
Yeah, so
basically,
so the main artery remains very lively. In fact, sadly, there was an accident there a couple of hours ago. That road is very, very smooth. People are, using it. So it's not a reconstruction of that road. Again, there are some connecting roads that are also going to be constructed now, or reconstructed, that are connected to this project. The one that takes you to the to Ijebu through Remo and some parts of Ogun State, and which will most likely connect back to the express through some very busy parts of Lagos-Ibadan. Again, people tend to forget that the overpasses, yes, is overpasses that we're talking about, because they're building overpasses on Sagamu to Lagos, does not mean that the other side needs it. You know why? Because they already have it in existence.
They have.
And they have about 4. No, there's more than 4. From there all the way to Iwo Road, remember? So they have quite a few of them. So what they're only doing is to make this one come up to that standard, actually, because they don't exist on this side, from the Sagamu to Lagos side of
I think that's good. Why I like the idea of it is that we know that this Lagos-Ibadan, the whole concept started, or the setup of it, or the original construction of it started with former President Buhari, and we saw the beginning and the conclusion of the main road. It was a very, very heart-wrenching time.
Tell me about it.
It was a lot, but I think looking back and driving on that road, if you drive on that road now, I would say it was worth it.
Yeah.
Maybe it should not have taken that long. That's debatable, but driving on that road now without one single pothole and driving Lagos to Ibadan in less than an hour is fantastic.
Another thing that people need to brace themselves for is that there are already existing infrastructure that will be relocated or rebuilt. For instance, your power lines, most of them are built close to the roads and close to the drainage, so they're going to shut down a lot of people's power, because they need to push them back to expand the side roads that they want to construct. They're talking about 2-lane roads and all of that.
Yeah.
And that's going to be something. So brace yourselves for that. They're going to be building new drainage and all of that. But at the end of the day, these are sacrifices that need to be made for you to get better infrastructure. I hope that they can pull it off. Like, there's a 24-month timeline for it. They said in 24 months it will be done. So counting from this month,
we're
from
looking
March,
at 2027.
Yeah,
look at 2027. It's nice. It's nice. We'll see how much of that they would hold, or will hold them to that issue. Now, moving on from that, another update is that I think that we had talked about this on Friday, was that the Senate was going to commence a 2-day public hearing on the tax reform bills, and the last we checked, that has already picked up. It's already started today.
So according to the taxman himself, it's actually going to be like 4 days of this project, this public hearing. 2 days in the House of Reps and 2 days in the Senate. And I think they have like a 2 or 3 hour window every day for them to take questions. And it's not just the taxman, I like to call him. There are other people. Oh yeah,
the Minister of Finance, and Coordinating Minister of the Economy has been was there. The Minister of Trade and Industry, the Minister of Budget and Planning is there. The Chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Service as well. The Group CEO of the NNPC is also there as well. And then I think a few members of the Federal Executive Council also are also part of the Customs and a few other relevant agencies, heads of agencies as well.
I was going to be there. I was asking you guys to send me a ticket on Friday, but
you were going to be there as what?
I have ideas that I want to give them.
What?
It's painful, Sha.
Painful that what?
They will still come back. They'll come back to me.
They'll come back to you as
what? Abi, say it now.
Yes.
Thank you. But it is your face that it will do.
Let it do first. Let it do.
It will do your face.
Let it do our face first. Can you imagine?
Continue.
Yeah. Anyway, still talking about roads. The federal government has now raised speed concerns on the rate at which your Lagosians are driving on 3rd Mainland Bridge. I never thought that a day will come where we would have these kind of conversations. However, if you are someone that drives on the 3rd Mainland Bridge regularly, I think that you would agree that if they don't fix road, even this Lagos-Ibadan that they fix, if they don't fix road, we're the ones that will say that they did not fix road. They will not fix road. You people will be driving like mad people, like as if there is a maybe it's time. I'm thinking maybe it's time they do like public toilets in like intervals on 3rd Mainland, because maybe that's the problem. Some people probably feel very pressed and they need to like get home quickly. That's why they
can create like a drive-through public
convenience. You get?
So that you just go off the bridge a bit, do and continue driving. Because at times when they overspeed, I won't exactly say, to that point that, but yeah, it's a form of psychosis though, because the way some people speed, it's as if you have a photocopy of your life and you just have it hanging somewhere.
Yeah, according to the minister, he's saying that the speed that they've noticed is terrible. However, if they put speed bumps, it's going to create hold up on the bridge.
You don't need speed bumps. You only need speed cameras.
So now they're saying that they are actually looking at installing CCTV cameras on the bridge.
They're already there now.
That some of them are there that they're not done installing them, and then once they're installing them, they're going to monitor and enforce speed regulations.
That's all. If there's no law, then there's no crime. Now you don't understand. If there's law, then there's crime, and there's no enforcement. Trust me, people will continue to.
And it's saying that all these is going to be monitored all the way from Abuja.
Yeah, control center can be anywhere now. It's about data.
They are telling you that have sense. See, but Lagos people have money, we can as well just be paying fine anyhow, any which way.
In fact, may I even have advice for some Lagos drivers? You can just load the fine app. They should create an app. Just load it in advance.
Load it in advance so that you know.
In January, you just pay like 20K. So anytime you just do cheese to the camera like cheese. I'm doing 120. But if it's only about fines, it's fine. What about the danger that you pose to other
the sad part
users?
is that it's okay. It's not okay for you to have accidents because you are going to the lagoon. That's where you are going.
Even if you don't go, you end up spoiling those beautiful railings that.
But the sad part is that most of the time when people do those things, they don't go by themselves alone because they end up going to hit somebody else, and that's the problem.
Another painful thing is the poor aquatic life. If you make it into the fish and all, they're just doing their own thing.
What flesh? What have you eaten that you're giving? You're not going to give them. Have you eaten balanced diets?
No, that's
what level of.
What about the
meat are you providing for them?
The
quality of meat that they are going to eat.
The poor fishes and aquatic life just doing their own thing. You now come and disrupt their. Please let us all stay on the bridge. Arrive alive.
Keep the bridge. Let's stay on the bridge.
Arrive alive.
Yeah,
to be honest,
ridiculous.
We're just basically trying to make you guys understand that you need to drive safely. We beg of you, cut the speed.
Anyway, moving on from that, now let's go back to a gist that has been going on since last week, and it seems like a lot of things keep popping up, and this is General IBB's book. This book seems to not is not going anywhere anytime soon. A lot of people have had a lot of things to say about it. I think I saw a report where was a particular lawyer that said that the IBB himself did not speak a lot of truth in the book. I think he was referring to the part about Delegiwa, and he was talking about Ogoni 9 and all that, and basically saying that there was a lot more evidence to say that his own government, General Babangida's government, was involved, and he had found a way to exonerate himself in the book. Back and forth. However, the one that we're going to be talking about at the bar today is Ohanaeze Igbo has now asked for an apology and asked for a 10 trillion naira compensation from President Tinubu. Why? It's saying that in IBB's book, he had clarified because they had talked about a 1960 coup or 1966 coup that, and the gist that has been going around for so long is that it was the Igbos that orchestrated the coup. But IBB had now come out to exonerate them and say that it had nothing to do with ethnicity. That coup had not. So now they're saying that they deserve an apology and 10 trillion naira compensation. I just have a question though. This apology, let's even assume that you want it, is coming from President Tinubu as what now? As the person that's accused you, or as the current president of Nigeria?
They're telling you that governance or government is a continuum. That's what they're telling you.
Okay. So 10 trillion naira of all our money.
And theirs too.
No, all our money.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
The only thing I want to say, because this is a very touchy subject, and I don't think I'm ready to dive into it, but I would like to ask the Ohanaeze Igbo vice chairman or vice president, did you even read the book at all? There's no part of that book that said anything that you're saying.
Really?
There is no part of that book that said anything that you're saying, because it's like the way
I should read this book.
It's like the way people take the Bible out of context. Do you get? Mm-hmm. When you read a verse, just one verse, and you say, you sit, this is what Jesus said. But you did not read the second verse where he said, only if, do you understand? So you need to go back to read that book. So I think you're only jumping on. There's a lot of gist on social media now. A lot of people. Look, David Udain, who of course is like an obedient and everything, he summed it up and he told you guys the book is full of lies. IBB's book is full of lies. You know, I heard it's 50,000 naira, but I am happy.
50.
Yeah, I am happy that
You should keep it.
I'm actually happy that I'm sorry. I shouldn't be saying this, but I'm going to say it. I'm happy that your book has been plagiarized. No, not plagiarized. It has been duplicated and it's all over the place. It's pirated. Yeah. In fact, it's not just pirated. The soft copies everywhere. Everywhere. Every Tom, Dick, Harry, Chukwuemeka, Sola, and Dolupo have it. You know, but not Sola Rogers, and not Dolupo Balogun. But they all have it. Check their devices. It's there. You know, but their IBB, you know, I see what you did. You know, it's you still being you. You still playing games with people's minds. You still causing trouble without causing trouble. Yeah, nice one. Keep going. And, you know, let's see how it ends eventually. But there, Ohanaeze Igbo leader, read that book in its entirety before you start. I'm not even going to talk about compensation and anything because you didn't read the book. If you read the book, if you read that page that all of you guys are referring to, then the next page, then you understand that it didn't even happen. The man didn't even say that. And who is IBB to exonerate anybody? What does history tell you? What are the facts? Why are we always playing to the gallery? People just want to hit up the polity.
Don't understand.
They just want to destroy this country. The way they are going, Nigeria needs to be careful. The entire country. That's all I have to say. But there's nothing exonerating anybody in that book.
From anything. Oh, okay.
Nothing like that.
He has said it. I've not read it. I probably would at some point. I probably would read it at some point. That's the truth. Just for, just for conversation's sake. Because it seems like there's a lot of conversation around. So you're buying the 50K book, that's it. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Big girl. You know what you should do?
Well,
give me the 50K. Let me regurgitate the book.
You read it?
I bought it already. But they've not delivered it.
So you didn't share?
They've not delivered it.
They've not delivered it.
I will not say I've read it.
Can you buy it online?
You can order now.
Like
you can order from proper bookshops and everything. No, I don't know about soft copy. I don't know anything about soft copy. I just know.
Yeah, why are you not doing like this?
No, you are the one that's talking. I don't know about
No, what I mean is that so that I don't have to.
I'm not sure he wants to sell his book in soft copies. You understand? But what I just know is that the book is available for sale.
I like those kind of books, though. I like those kind of books.
And the man doesn't really care about the sales because he has already made 17 billion naira from launching that book, claiming that they want to put it in one library like that.
Sales?
Sure, you get.
The man shall do that himself.
IBB, how do you write a book and not explain what happened to the oil windfall? You know, the Gulf oil windfall that Nigeria became the bride. Everybody was buying crude from us because there was Gulf War. IBB, when are you going to talk about that? Yo, you forgot to write it in your book. Oh, so are we expecting a part 2?
No. It's old. It's old.
You know the funny thing.
As you get older, there are a few things that become a blur.
I said it on Friday, and I'm going to say it again. I don't know what makes former military dictator Babangida Abi think that Nigerians care about anything he has to say. You're here just
apparently some people care. Some people are looking for
you're telling us what we already knew. That's one. Two. You're telling us lies. 3.
Okay.
3. Not only are you telling us lies, sir, you have refused to answer the real questions. Like, for instance, what happened to the Gulf oil windfall under your management? You know, I don't like it when they accuse you, sir. And honestly, you need to put them in their places. Let them know that, nothing like that happened.
The man is old. A lot of things are now a blur.
Nah, age is not.
It's now a blur.
He's still very, very with his senses. Is doing okay. He might not be physically as active as you want him to, as he might want to be, but the man is still on point. So And I pray that he lives longer than this and he has time to set the real record straight.
Apparently, there's also the school of thought that in parts of the book, he seems to have thrown or accused a dead man of a lot of things that people thought it was him, like basically passing the buck on to Abacha. Not saying that
Abacha's
is
family
wonderful.
Has been responding now.
Yeah, not saying that Abacha is wonderful himself, but dead men don't speak, yeah?
You see, when two brothers fight, it is wrong for strangers to get involved. Over to the Abacha family, and they've been responding. Even Abacha's grandson,
and
his daughter has written stuff.
Yeah,
his son,
I've seen quite a number of them.
We'll leave them to,
and they're all going on about how he's a man of this. I'm like, whoa. Is it that we seem to have developed amnesia? Because, which I've said it before, the fact that the person of IBB himself is sitting down and the president and everybody
launching book
and everybody is clapping and everybody is smiling, and I'm like, okay. The few history books that I've read, I don't know how this is happening in my lifetime. Also, a few days after, we see a lot of posts seem to be portraying Abacha as a very nice person, and how a lot of things that IBB said was just lying against him. And I'm like, wait. Is it the same set of people that... Because I remember, even if I was not so old when Abacha died, and I will not say that I witnessed a lot of maybe years, but I remember very well because Abacha died on my birthday, I think 1998. Was that 1998 or 1999? I'm not sure exactly. But I think I was like age 6-ish then. I remember how, when you wake up in the morning, it was a Saturday. It was people's noise, literally, that kind of woke me. And you will think that, oh, it's my birthday. No, they're not rejoicing because it's your birthday. They're rejoicing because the president died.
It was someone's death day. So
it was a carnival. I will not forget, because I was pretty much annoyed that day. Because I'm like, what was happening?
I was in Lagos Island. I was in Isaleko, directly in front of the KBS's palace. My friend used to work at some beer parlor then, so we went to say hi to him. And of course, people started buying drinks for people. It was a carnival.
I remember, the site is so vivid.
Dolupo.
We're living at Liberty Stadium.
Free transportation.
We're living around Liberty. I remember very well. It was a carnival.
Free drinks.
And everybody, after maybe 2-3 hours, everybody and I say, Dolupo, what's your birthday? I'm like, really? Really? You just realized it was my birthday.
They even remember. Look,
I
remember.
The whole place went agog.
We had a party on the streets. Lagos Island, Isaleko, very, very well. Those free drinks, people just one guy started, he just bought a whole crate and put it on the street. He said, man, and people were taking it, and one guy's like, it's finished. Another guy now paid for 2 crates. People were paying for bottles, soft drinks. Little kids wanted soft drinks. They were giving them. It was a massive party that Abacha died.
So I'm like,
the same Abacha.
What up?
Is the same Abacha that you people are now?
The same Abacha that every single year seems to we get a windfall from his loots.
He never stole any money. It was just
saving it
for Nigeria.
For Nigeria's
for the rainy day.
Mm.
And the rainy day is now.
You
notice that time the dollar was maybe 40 naira to 1.
So now
there is 1,005.
Okay.
Nigeria is making more.
That was make sense now. Makes sense.
That's Daddy Abacha looking out for us.
You people will all be fine last in this country. We'll all be fine. Someone that said it, that if you can successfully understand Nigeria, then you don't understand Nigeria.
Yeah. Let me help you rephrase. He said, if you can explain Nigeria to someone, that means you don't even
you're not even here.
How do you explain Nigeria to anybody?
Nah, you definitely cannot. Anyway, let's move on from that. I think you had said it earlier. Sadly, 9 people died and 3 people have sustained injuries and the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. There was a crash there today. Also, there was a Jigawa bus fire. There's a bus fire that 3 children actually got killed in that as well. Now, movie still staying in Lagos State. Lagos State police have now arrested a man for stabbing an Uber driver and killing and stealing his car. Are you unfortunate?
This happens a lot. It's not that rampant, but at least once or twice a year, you get to hear about stories of how, innocent
how do you think you're going to
cab drivers get caught up in this situations. And I keep thinking, look, how do you prevent this from happening? For instance, if you are a cab driver, you're an Uber driver, and you pull up, the person sits in the back. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Do you understand? You can sit anywhere except.
Yeah, you know the way passengers are very kind of like extra careful of drivers. Yeah, like we should also look at it that drivers too.
They need to be safe too, So the person sits in the back, and it starts to, oh God. So it's a crazy situation that you find yourself, and you're just looking for your daily bread. A lot of these Uber drivers, some of them actually have regular jobs, and they mix it up. Maybe on your way home, you decide to work for about 2 or 3 hours. Some people don't even have any other job other than being Uber drivers.
Yeah,
and all of that, and you're constantly running that risk. And I've seen women who drive too. You just picture.
It's really sad.
This to men,
the funny thing is that the Uber driver, according to the story, this, like you said, the person was at the back and they were going from somewhere around Old Abeokuta Road to Marriott Hotel. That was supposed to be the journey. All of a sudden, the person at the back just brought out a knife and just started stabbing the guy.
Yeah. So what do? Premeditated murder and everything, and
thankfully the person didn't die.
Yeah. Okay, so attempted murder and robbery and all of that. This same thing, you could have actually still stolen that guy without killing that guy or trying to kill him, since you have the weapon anyway. But how do these guys protect themselves is what's uppermost on my mind. I'm happy that with the lag ride, the one that Lagos government owns, they have this dash cams and all that.
Yeah.
And trust me, if I was ever an Uber driver, I'll just let you know, you are being recorded. This ride is being recorded. If you don't want to get down.
Yeah, I think it gives everybody, the driver and the
protecting
passenger,
you and me.
Yeah, a sense of sense of safety and all that.
It's just crazy.
There's still a lot of demolition going on in Lagos State today. I saw they're still demolishing a lot of shanties, lots of properly built shanties under the Dangote Bridge. Is still going on as of today.
That entire access is being cleared. Big shout out to Tokunbo Awab. Is relentless. Funny thing is that in the first 4 years of Sanwo-Olu's government, this man was in education, and you're wondering, like, wait, what really happened?
What are you doing? I personally believe that the governor just wanted to get his second term first before he ruffles people's feathers.
And him being a lawyer also helps him because he understands the law and everything. And trust me, it might sound naive, but I would want a guy like this as governor because he's very detailed and
give you guap sense.
He has tenacity, and he's also very calm.
Hello, sir, Mr. Governor. Mr. Commissioner. I just wanted to point out something to you. The illegality that is happening around Sheraton. Yeah.
By Sheraton, she means the Sheraton in Lagos, in Ikeja.
In Ikeja. That one, just hang out there on a Saturday.
To be an event center there
just hang out there on a Saturday.
It's not inventing.
It's not inventing. No, it's not inventing. No. It's just ridiculous. I'm talking about events. I saw a video. I don't know if you saw that video. Sorry, people. It's just a bad.
They're sharing live chickens. Is our Yoruba people now?
Nobody does parties like Yoruba. Like you think that you've seen it all.
Wambe, it is there.
You think you've seen it all, and then something else pops up. Live chickens.
Yes, now.
Live chicken.
1 by 1, 2 by 2.
No, give it to Yoruba mothers. Nah, nobody does parties like Yoruba mothers.
What's the mother part there? Yorubas, because the men are part of it.
No, yeah, but there's a thing with planning.
There we go.
No. See, Yoruba mummies.
You don't even know if it was a Yoruba daddy's idea, but carry on.
No. Yoruba mummies with
Dolupo,
the
one track mind.
with the matron arms. Oh God, they're good. They're good at it.
But you know that you're always doing this gender thing, and you quickly move on. Like it's nothing, but you start it. I'm just telling you. But move on, Sha.
Okay. Anyway, moving on from that.
Exactly. Moving on.
Okay.
It's so easy to cause.
Is there something you want?
On.
I'm not causing trouble.
I'm happy for you.
Dangote Refinery has now confirmed the readiness to meet Nigeria's daily petrol consumption. Basically, they're saying that they do not know the reason why there's still any form of importation that they can provide for the whole of Nigeria. But Dangote Refinery, you're not the only refinery that's working now. I don't understand.
The thing about it is that it's a free market now, and if people want to import, let them import. As long as they're importing good quality and the price is right, let them import. And if you also want to export as long as it's good quality and the price is right. So I get the part. It was actually, taking someone, I think it was a delegation from Zambia or one of these fellow African countries on a tour of the facility, and showing them how ready they are. Of course, we know it's the biggest in this region and beyond self, so we know how powerful the refinery is. One of my own misgivings about the whole thing is how the prices are not reflecting, the reductions are not reflecting at the pump. They're not really reflecting like that.
Yeah, so according to a post that I saw on, I think it was a Twitter handle, Dangote Refinery's Twitter handle, they're talking about how the new price of petrol or PMS is, I think, 899 naira. So I'm guessing at this point, maybe in Lagos, it should be like maybe 920, 930 out to the people that sell.
Yeah, I saw MRS yesterday selling at 925. At least on the billboard.
So I'm guessing that's the.
It said it was 925, but I was I couldn't buy because the place was locked, and like, okay, so we ended up buying 945 where we bought from the other popular filling station.
Yeah, so
at the end of the show, we would love for this price war to go on so that things can actually really, really go down.
Yeah, even it seems to be affecting even diesel now.
Diesel also is going down.
Diesel too is going down. So I think I like that as well. Also, I saw a video earlier where someone or a set of people were actually cycling on the Lagos-Calabar coastal highway from Lagos and the Lagos end, and work seems to be going on really well there.
Yeah, I think they've gone as far as kilometer 26, because now it's in three phases as we speak, and they have to break it up to different parts of that 700 kilometer road. So what they've done is that at the places where there was a lot of business, they split the road into two, so that some of those businesses will be in between. Then the road meets in front again, which means that there will be access for those businesses that they try to save. And they're saying that by May, there will be some kind of landmark commissioning. I use landmark loosely because
so you might be able to get from this part.
People are already using that road actually.
Yeah,
I know a lady that has made about 2 or 3 videos. So whenever there's traffic going towards the VGC Aja axis, she actually drives through the Lagos Calabar road. And people said she was lying, so the next day she made a video again and talked about it. So people are already using it. And I saw a message from one of the guys working on the project. Is one of the contractors is employed, and it's like they actually work almost 24 hours around the clock. They're always, and they have this massive concrete laying equipment now that actually does, because it's a concrete based road.
Yeah, it is interesting, very, very interesting there. And today, for going to the court, Mr. Yahya Bello, former Kogi State Governor, is in the news. White lion.
Meow.
White lion.
Meow.
Don't be a hater.
I just said meow.
Don't
I did
be
not
a
mention
hater.
anybody's name.
Do not be a hater.
I was just channeling
White lion.
the inner white cat in me. Meow.
White Lion
Meow.
is in. Stop what you're doing.
No, you can't tell me to stop expressing myself legally.
White Lion was in court today, Sha, and if in the funny thing, you would have thought that would be the interesting news that popped up today, but no, that's not the interesting one. The interesting one was that Mr. Omoyele Sowore decided to go to the court to come and cause drama as usual.
Look, Sowore is a smart guy. He knows where the action is. Upper weekend, it was at the Lagos Marathon, trying to take over the governor's canopy, even if the governor was not going to return there. And now he's at the courts.
But also,
he knows how to.
But I wanted to ask
the
a
venues.
question:
Yeah.
Is the court case, is it a closed one?
It could be.
If it was closed to the public, I'm not sure that the media will be able to go in.
Yeah, but there's media at the gate. There's a lot of convergence of media houses and stuff at the gate, because they were screening people before letting them into the complex.
Because I was actually
and he claims he has a court case to attend.
Yeah, he could. He actually seems to have a lot of court cases, though. Over the weekend, he was really in the news. Over the weekend, there was a lot of stuff trending about him. When there's a back and forth. There was a back and forth between him and I think David Udane.
Yeah, it was that, and it was also him calling out Peter Obi because of.
He seems to not like Peter Obi at all.
I honestly don't know why we're not talking about it, but now she mentioned Sowore, I'll talk about it. So, of course, last week, NAFDAC went and sealed, the open drugs market in Onitsha.
Yeah, that.
And, of course, Peter Obi went to meet with them and said, look, you shouldn't seal the entire market. People are struggling. Just seal the part where they sell drugs. NAFDAC did not respond, only continued to search, and they actually started finding the same terrible things, the expired drugs.
Yeah, and another part of the market,
in the parts where Peter Obi wanted them to open. And so people were talking about that. They were also talking about Peter Obi. Did he attend the IBB event? Was he there or not? Because they didn't see videos of him inside, but he actually now posted a video of himself conducting an interview outside. The complex. So Sowore now jumped on a tweet and said, and I started abusing him, because there and then, of course, Peter Obi was praising IBB. Yeah, people are like, how can you be praising IBB?
I don't understand.
So
I don't.
That's one of the reasons. Then he now entered the David Udane matter, and of course Sowore. Sowore know they go out, go collect answer. He will give you there and then. One thing I like about him is that he doesn't cower or run away from a battle or whatever. He's just going to give it to you the way he sees it. Even if it's wrong, he don't care. He's just going to come at you, and he's going to come at you strong. So this and that, and then today he makes it to court for his case, and we'll move on from that. So,
anyway, it's interesting now. There's a lot of back and forth. Everybody seems to not like everybody all of a sudden. Would we say that is elections are coming up? Because I saw a lot of back and forth. Oh, not he. I'm not sure he responded at a point to David Udane, and I'm like, it's okay not to like Peter Obi, but just ignore some things. I think it's unnecessary. But
the thing about the elections is that Tinubu's government will be 2 years old in May.
Mm-hmm.
They were sworn in May 29th. It's not even 2 years yet.
Yeah.
But I can tell you for free, and we already talked about it, that the campaigns for 2027 has already started.
Oh yeah, it has started.
It's in full force now. There's a movement of people who are forming a coalition.
Another seemingly third force.
Or second force.
As the case may be. Before we leave, actually, I saw a report earlier that the Senate has now summoned the owner of Brekete TV or Brekete Radio.
I think that report is false, because I'm not sure there's an official there's an official statement to that
Yeah,
effect.
but you know, I saw the radio interview that.
Yeah, but that still doesn't mean that the Senate invited him.
Yeah, I'm just saying, when I saw the report or also what I call the interview, the radio interview that Senator Natasha Akpoti, I'm like, okay, what part of this is okay?
Okay, so the thing about it is that it's the job of the Nigerian Broadcasting Commission, the NBC, to do such. Not like the Senate doesn't have oversight functions, not like they don't have a committee or subcommittee on media and media relations or whatever. You get, but there's no official statement to that effect. The person that put out that story has been called out severally on social media and has not responded. Because if you're saying the Senate or the Senate president or someone has invited someone, a journalist or whatever, there'll be some kind of gazette.
Yeah, report. I'm even talking about the interview that
but you can talk about that interview without saying that the Senate has invited him.
Yeah.
You get. I'm just trying to.
I get
sure
your
that
point. So we're moving back to that interview now.
Yes, please.
So that interview, was it really necessary?
That is how the guy operates. I'm not
talking about him. I'm talking about the senator.
Well, that's how the guy operates, and that's how people go with him. Funny thing is, a few months ago, the Minister of the Interior was there. So a lot of people have given him the confidence and the credence to operate the way he does. There was a time when he was getting into trouble. They said he had physically assaulted someone, but he bounced back from that. And now he does a lot of good. He helps people, helps families get back on their feet. He's always intervening and all of that, But the thing is, Natasha Akpoti said that several media houses had invited her to talk about what happened on the floor of the Senate, but that she refused until she got the call from the guy. And the guy called her out of the blue without, because I watched the video. It was a long video, but I watched it, and the guy called her out of the blue, and she didn't know he was going to call. That's why I deduced. And it's like, oh, you're live now, and blah, blah, blah. And so he put the phone to a microphone, and we're talking, and she decided to talk. And she talked about a lot of things. She actually opened up to the guy and his audience. And as soon as he was done with that, he picks his phone and calls Senator Akpabio. According to him, that was Senator Akpabio's mobile number. And of course, it was picked. He started talking, introducing himself, and the person on the line, if he was Akpabio, cut it off. And he now called the second time. And now the person didn't pick. He now said, you know how we do on our show, the Brekete family? They say, yes, we call 3 times. At that point, I cut off the video. I'm like, I'm done with this, because it's my job to research and look at everything that people are saying so that we hear it directly from the horse's mouth.
Anyway, we'll see where all that drama is going to go to. Just wanted to put this out there before we go. Nigeria's D Tigers have now qualified for the 2025 Afro Basket. This was, I'm not sure a lot of people saw it coming that they were going to win all their 3 games. Yeah, 3 days in a row.
The first leg of those games, we lost all 3. And we were at the bottom of the group, and of course nobody gave us a chance. None of. And we felt that, okay, maybe we'll go back and win 1 or 2 just to save face. But here they are, with slam dunks, one-hand jams, alley hoops. It was like watching an NBA game, the Nigerian team. And the funny thing is, I've been telling people, the few people, that's not our best team. It wasn't our best team, but we had some amazing Nigerians who did their job. And shout out to the coaches too, because nobody gives
them credence. However, Nigeria's Abakalawal, who plays for Uganda's Vipers SC, has now died in a motorcycle accident. It was announced that he died today in Uganda. It's very, 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 very sad. Also, looks like the drama between Ademola Lookman and his coach is not going anywhere anytime soon.
The only way that you answer such people like Gasparini is with your success on the field. That's the thing. Now, the funny thing is, let them not sack him, because if they're trying to sack him to keep Demola, they are wasting their time.
Yeah, because
Demola will move in the summer. Is either going to Arsenal or Chelsea or Man United, but he's most likely going to Arsenal from what I've heard. But he's going to get a better team, and he needs to leave that environment. Osimhen also needs to leave that environment.
Yeah, I think so. It's not doing good. Anyway, On that note, that is all we have to take today on the Boom Bar. Over the weekend we saw Man City get another flogging.
What's a Man City? Look, respect the name called Mohamed Salah. That's all I have to say.
That daddy.
Respect
that guy.
Mohamed Salah.
At his age, fantastic footballer. Okay, on that note, that is all we have to take today on the bar. Thank you for listening. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back again tomorrow at 3 p.m. West African time to give you another wonderful edition of the Boom Bar. Have a beautiful day ahead. Peace.